Hello, 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 hello. Day something or other in lockdown, 50, something like that. Lovely day. Where does this all end? Where does this all end? When does this all end? Well, it ends very badly for the UK because we don't have any leadership. I mean, literally, we don't have any leadership. We don't have an effective, hello little boy. We don't have an effective lockdown strategy. It has no teeth. And we have a significant minority of the population who think it's funny and clever to break the lockdown, and it's not. And therefore, our level of deaths will remain at an elevated level for a very long time. Eventually, the lockdown will end. I think it will end before we've snuffed this out. And some countries have literally, just about snuffed this out. China, South Korea, Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand, they have literally gone and they've snuffed it out. And they're talking about eradication, not containment. And those countries will have a tremendously strong hand in the years to come. And the UK risks becoming a third world country in consequence. I know this is going to come as a shock to a lot of people. It's coming as a shock to you, isn't it, George? Yeah. But, put very simply, nobody's going to come and pick our fruits and vegetables. Nobody's going to come and look after our old people in the care homes. A friend of mine who I talked to about financial things in the stock market and why this is that, and we talk about chains of consequence, and we disagree very strongly on a lot of things. He says, well, British people will have to do those jobs themselves. Well, okay, British people are going to be doing those jobs themselves because nobody else is going to come here. I'll tell you why nobody's going to come here. Because we are just about the most infected nation in the world with this disease. People say, oh no, but the United States is far worse than us. Per head of population, we have double the level of deaths of the United States. We have nearly as many as France and Spain and Italy, all of whom we will overtake very soon. So in other words, due to the ineptitude of this government and the kind of willful, selfish, ignorant sickness of a significant minority of this country, you know who you are. Nobody's going to want to have anything to do with us. We will be shunned. I wouldn't be surprised if immigrants will be swimming the channel again to get the fuck out of here. We have a significant problem coming up, and that is, quite aside from the fact that the currency's taken such a battering, so everything that we import, and we import most of our food, has become very, very expensive. Who is going to pick the crops in the fields? The world order is going to be rearranged by this virus. And for those of you who think, oh, well, there'll be a vaccination, I have news for you, and that is there are 7 coronaviruses. There isn't just one. There isn't just COVID-19, which is coronavirus discovered 2019. There are 7. There's MERS and SARS, and then there are 4 variants of the common cold. Now, for decades, people have tried to come up with a vaccination, and they have failed. And billions of dollars have been thrown at this, and it has not worked. So our lack of strategy and our lack of success in the fact that we're going to become the sickness island in the middle of Europe is going to impact upon our lives for decades. Why would you deal with the UK? You know, people say things like dirty foreigners. We will be the dirty foreigners. We will be the dirty foreigners. And those people who voted Brexit for reasons of xenophobia, I suggest you go and pick the vegetables in the fields and you go and wash the old people in the old folks' homes. Yeah? Okay. Have a nice day.